So a couple of months ago, I got this and made a video on it. And, you know, since then, it's surprisingly actually been used quite a bit. And it was used quite a lot in a couple of songwriting sessions as well. So all in all, pretty good. And funnily enough, it's actually probably my best playing guitar that I have. And it's not even a guitar. But it kind of got me thinking with all of its quirks and stuff. I wonder what modern synth guitar alternatives are like. So yeah, here's one for example. It's a Fishman, and that guy definitely looks like he's having some fun with his iPhone earbuds in, and his rather questionable choice in paint schemes for his guitar. But you know, whatever. We'll put that aside, and we'll just give this. It's basically a pickup that you can put on any guitar that turns your guitar into a synth guitar. So you don't have to go and buy a 1970s one. You can just buy this. Let's have a peek, shall we? So this is it. Yeah. Oh no! No! Please don't tell me it's not. I can't use it unless I've got an iPad. Why does everything only work with a bloody app nowadays? Usually you would plug it into an iPhone or a computer, but sadly I'm not using any of that, so let's see if I can get it working regardless. Oh, for God's sake, I've dropped it. So I've just plugged this into a MIDI monitor, and it looks like it literally just sends MIDI. So contrary to what the box says, and I didn't read the box that says use for iPad, I can use it with normal MIDI things. If I plug it through using this Kenton USB MIDI Host Mark II, I find a long enough cable to fit into it, and we should be good to go. So the first thing I need to do is actually figure out which of my guitars to put this on. So I've just got to put it in. So I'm going to put it on this Squier because this Fender Music Master, however fantastical it is, the intonation's a bit out. So we'll skip that one for today. Let's pop it on this beautiful Squier that is obviously a Fender. It's got a picture of my first car, Mini Clubman Estate. So I've just got to put this on. I think I know how to do it. Whoa, it's magnetic. And then that sticks onto there. Okay. Precision engineering. Oh. I reckon about there. Stick it on down. I think it's connected. Plug it into the USB. We're gonna plop it in there. So the question I have is, does it compare to this 1970s one that has got a reasonably flaky tracking system and stuff? And let's just have a recap on what this sounds like, shall we? So what I'm going to do now is plug the Mustang with the Fishman that's plugged into the MIDI Kenton USB host into this Prophet 600 that I've been taking on tour. I really need to get some new keys for this beast. Right, MIDI out of the USB host. Oh, I've got the cable stuck in this wheel. So MIDI in, MIDI in. Oh, yeah, okay, right. Here we go. Oh my god, it's velocity sensitive. What? Okay, let's oh, these wires are everywhere. It sort of works. Right, so I've actually gone and tuned this with an actual tuner, because it turns out that all of the notes, I was tuning it to pretty much exactly halfway between like E flat and E. So I'm sure that doesn't really help with the tracking system, because I have a feeling that it's able to track lots of bits in between the notes with like the iPad or whatever it's made for, but I have a feeling for 1980s synthesizers it's probably not going to work, so... Oh, that is so much better! So yeah, it turns out now I've tuned it, it's tracking a heck of a lot better. Before it was kind of bouncing between, but I have a feeling the notes were exactly in between two notes, so it wasn't really sure what it was doing. I have a feeling on an iPad it might fare better, there might be some more resolution to the MIDI notes. For an early 1980s synthesizer, it was probably having a pretty tough time kind of working with it. It sort of plays better, it's not quite as cumbersome to use. Like, you know when I was using the infinite sustain on the other one? Well, you can sort of do the same here. That's pretty cool. Actually, that's pretty snazzy. Of course, I'll plug it into the Sega Mega Drive synth. What was I thinking? So yeah, there are modern equivalents if you want to play a synthesizer with a guitar. And there seems to be no noticeable delay to this. You do have to slightly change your guitar playing, but that's sort of to be understood because you've got to try and make the most out of it. You'll totally get used to it. There are other modern alternatives to actually using, you know, an attachment, but this is the option with the least latency. I haven't tried it with an iPad or like a computer with plugins. I can imagine it probably works better with what it was made for, but regardless, you can use these things with old synths as well. Sorry, I'm just 3D printing some parts on the Lowesbot Mini for this Game Boy Mega Machine. It's taking a little bit longer to put all these filters into it. Audio stems from this video are available for download over on my Patreon, and this month's Patreon live stream is coming up very soon. I'll put up a vote on there in the next day or two to see which date the live stream will be. And yeah, I've got to get back to building, so I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and don't be scared to try it.